Nepal is a country with diverse ethnic groups and cultures. Despite the decade-long civil war, continuous political turmoil, ongoing natural disasters, including the recent devastating earthquakes in some of the world's most challenging terrain, Nepal has made remarkable gains for children, adolescents, and women. In 1990, out of every 100,000 live births, 790 women died, either during pregnancy, delivery, or after childbirth. By 2013, this had fallen to 190. Today, Nepali mothers are 4 times less likely to die. Similarly, the risk of newborn babies dying has also reduced. In 1990, out of every 1,000 live births, 53 newborns were dying. But by 2013, this had been reduced by over half. Yet, there are still too many babies dying in the first 28 days of life, especially on the day of birth itself. The scenario gets better as the child grows older. The mortality rate of children under 5 has fallen from 142 in every 1,000 live births to 40. Today, Nepali children are 3 times more likely to reach their 5th birthday. Lives of more than 1 million children under 5 have been saved. Of these children, many are too short for their age, and their bodies and brains have failed to develop to their maximum potential. While the prevalence of stunting among children under 5 has steadily fallen since 2000, it still remains stubbornly high. The prevalence of wasting is also stagnating. Stunting has long-lasting, harmful consequences on cognitive ability, school performance, and future earnings. Nepal has made impressive progress in water and sanitation too. Today, 93% of the population is using improved drinking water, taking us a step closer to achieving universal coverage. However, quality of drinking water is not necessarily ensured because 82% of Nepalese are exposed to E. coli concentration in their drinking water. E. coli concentration in water indicates that the water may cause you to be sick. The population using improved sanitation facilities has risen sharply from only 9% to 54%. This has helped reduce the proportion of Nepalese practicing open defecation from 86% to 40%. This improvement in water supply and sanitation has contributed to the reduction of child deaths due to diarrhea. The education story is just as impressive. In 2001, 81% of children aged 5 to 9 were attending primary school. This has improved to 95% in 2012. There has been significant improvement in gender parity too, with girls today having equal access to primary school along with boys. Though access to education has improved, the quality of education continues to be a major issue, with students often repeating grades or dropping out. Out of 1.3 million children enrolled in grade 1 in 2003, only 30% reached grade 10 in 2012. Out of this, only 47% passed the final school leaving certificate exam. Children who engage in child labor are at high risk of dropping out of school. In 2011, about 1.6 million children aged 5 to 17 were engaged in child labor. Out of this, nearly 1 million were girls. Equally worrying is that thousands of children are working in hazardous industries such as domestic child labor, rag picking, mining, and carpet weaving, and in very poor conditions. Many of these children face psychological, physical, or sexual abuse by their employers. Child marriage also impacts children's education. It is one of the reasons why girls drop out of school. Child marriage is a long neglected problem and is harmful to children's health, jeopardizes education, and denies them the choice of when and whom to marry. Early marriage destroys human potential, reinforces gender inequalities, and reduces economic opportunities. The percentage of girls married before the age of 18 has fallen from 51 to 37. However, the prevalence of child marriage before the age of 15 has not reduced. Education has the potential to act as an antidote to child marriage. With longer years of schooling, girls delay their marriage until they are ready. While Nepal has much to celebrate in relation to the fulfillment of children's rights, a lot still remains to be done. Many children still face violence in their family, in schools, in institutions, or in the workplace. Even now, 82% of children up to age 14 experience psychological aggression or physical punishment at home. More efforts are needed to end the silent acceptance of violence against children. 85% of the children residing in orphanages or childcare homes have been found to have at least one living parent, and yet we know that it is in the best interest of children to be growing up in their own loving and caring family. Nepal's progress in the last 2 decades in multiple areas is inspiring. However, the destruction caused by the 2015 earthquakes is threatening the gains already made in the affected districts. Now it's time for unity and solidarity. Families, communities, service providers, development partners, and the government must work together to build back better and make our country more resilient. This will pave the way for a more prosperous Nepal.